I am back and with some more State of Decay 2 and with another episode for the Commonwealth. We're on episode 48 and continuing on with the Let's Play series. Man, we're getting on in this series. I don't know how long, is this the biggest State of Decay Walking Dead communities Let's Play we've done? Let me have a look. I think it might be, you know. Let me have a little look. I know we had like 3 seasons of the Saviors, so I suppose that counts. 31. I think we get to about 30 episodes and then we stop. But I suppose in total, like, each of the Saviors is pretty big. Yeah, I think this has been the biggest series so far. Like, I know we've done a map swap. And I think when we did the Saviors, we... like, as soon as we switched maps, we made it a new series. Whereas this, it's been one continuous thing. The last series with the Commonwealth, no, the CRM, that was the 42. So yeah, it's fucking pretty big, this series. I've enjoyed it though. Like, this has probably been one of my favourites, I'd say. Like, that's why I want to bring back the Whisperers, because like the Whisperers was when my commentary I wasn't very confident with this sort of thing. So like going back and doing the Whisperers, I think I'll have a lot more fun with it. Like, I want to add some rules to that series, but I don't know. Because like with the Whisperer series, like I had rules for a bit, but then I gave up. Maybe I'll try and do stuff like maybe go on foot, because I think my plan was to play around with the sliders for a few map rotations, weren't I? So maybe we do something like that where, like, if we're gonna make the game a bit easier in combat, maybe we make it harder by making ourselves walk around or something. Well, like, to be fair though, if we have like the game on,
you think you can handle a zombie situation for us?
if we have the game on legendary, lethal, not legendary, lethal, it should be harder to find vehicles anyway, so we like the Whisperers should have to scavenge up a bit more and things like that, so maybe we won't see too much of a difference. But I just think visually our like series have been kind of unique with the Commonwealth. Like, it's actually like made the white military suits useful. Whereas like when they released the winter update, the winter bounty pack, and they added this military suit, I was like, when am I ever gonna use that? But then here I am. Pretty cool. Yeah, she's a bit hurt, maybe not her. Bird, come on. But yeah, things have been pretty good. Back to alternating between Assassin's Creed and State of Decay for a little bit. And then once the next Assassin's Creed and State of Decay up, after that will be some Bannerlord for a few days. I need to stop like explaining when things are up, because it's a bit confusing. But I'm gonna try my best. Like, really, I should just say like when the next State of Decay's up. If I know that, oh, it'll be Bannerlord next, I'll let you know then, instead of letting you know in like this episode or last Assassin's Creed that was up. Because really, after a while, like, half this is pointless. Really, because like once it's up on the channel, it's up on the channel, and then once it's in a playlist or something, it's its own thing, really. It's not alternating between anything but itself. But yeah, let's start off by dealing with that infestation. That'll be a good way to start.
I've got it.
Maybe go deal with them. Got no bounties done. Yeah, I'm not dealing with a broken vehicle. So yeah, we'll have a little bit of an experiment with the Whisperers when it comes out. Because I'm thinking, since I'm doing Bannerlord right now, with like I don't know how long this series will be with the sandbox mode, with Darius. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really into it. But yeah, like the sandbox mode is something that I could probably drop out whenever I want to. Ouch. So yeah, it'll be around for a bit. I just want it on the channel for a bit because like I've been looking forward to play that game and.
Fire in the hole!
There we go. I'm good. And yeah, I just want to get it out of my system because I'm really into it right now. Like, it's been a while since I've had a game where I've like a new release game anyway that I've been this hooked on. Because I mentioned in the videos that it's more the replay value that I like the most. Because I can see myself coming back to
Gotta finish this.
Where the fuck did all these come from?
Those are almost gone.
This ain't fucking fair.
Watch out, bloater.
Well, where's the bloater? Where's the bloater? If I find out it's a mile away. It's over there. Fuck off, game. Bullshit. It's not helpful information if it's a mile away. Fuck off, you noisy fuckers. Oh, this is just annoying now. Go away. Oh, we got fouled. That's what you want. Fucking magnet. Plan B. You prick. Yeah. There's 7 in there. Like, what the fuck is this infestation? It's bullshit. And they're gonna make it so that infestations are like hundreds of them on the map.
This place is a dry well.
That's gonna make me fucking hate this game, but honestly. So how much Molotovs are used up then? Like, it's not worth it. The cost of like dealing with infestations is not worth it. There's no reward for it. Unless I'm getting like 200 influence per infestation, like, I'm not interested really. But I'm only doing it to keep my the siege down really. Like when they attack it, I want to keep that down.
Next one's the last one.
I'm only doing it to keep my convenience, really, which is kind of annoying. So I hope they kind of balance out the infestations when the update comes out. I hope it's not just is what it is and that's what we got now. Because, like, honestly, I'd rather have, like, the way it is right now, I'd rather have the old system. And I'm hoping that, like, whatever they've got in the beta proves me wrong. Because they kind of did it with Plague Territory. They did prove me wrong with that. Like, I do like Plague Territory a lot more than I thought. I do miss the convenience of just putting an outpost wherever I want. I think that still should be an option if you want an easier game. Because I think it does help players if they want to. Or like a bit more of a, almost like a creative sandboxy mode. Like less restrictions. Like they should probably have something like that in State of Decay. Bit more of a sandboxy, like your whatever playstyle you want sort of thing. Like if you don't want freak zombies stuff, like I've always mentioned it, like they should give you an option to turn off freaks or something, or blood plague, or like imagine if there was a sandbox mode where there weren't story related stuff, no legacy, and but you could essentially do what you want, like in the sense of customize whether there's freaks, only freaks, the amount of zombies, the amount of damage they do. Like if they hit you once, you're dead. Like imagine if you had that as an option. No nighttime options or only nighttime, like that sort of stuff, you know, like 'cause that's one thing in Bannerlord is like we did the first two first impression videos and they were the campaign, which was a lot of tutorial initially, but it was very confusing, whereas I went into the sandbox and I essentially built the game I wanted to play. Like I built the character the way I wanted, like I could get the character up to a few years older and get a few extra bonuses. There was a lot of perks and I was kind of just put into the game and learned it myself. Like in the up and coming videos and hobby videos I've been on, like I do Google YouTube stuff and just see, get advice from things, and yeah, like I think it's kind of helped. I've kind of enjoyed it a bit more, and like I said, like if I get a bit, well, not bored, but say I've had enough with the current sandbox let's play with Darius, maybe we'll maybe say I want to break from State of Decay or Assassin's Creed, but I want to do a campaign. Maybe we hop into Bannerlord's campaign for a bit, and try and do the story for that. But either way, like Bannerlord right now is something that we could hop on, come back and forth with. But I'd like to try and in between a burst of State of Decay and Assassin's Creed, have a few Bannerlords on the channel.
Would you mind helping me with something?
So like almost like these, like the main series of State of Decay and Assassin's Creed, have a bit of time to cook on the channel or just be there for a little bit longer, than like just churning out State of Decay, Assassin's Creed. Like I've just have a few days of just Bannerlord or anything even. Like I'm kind of thinking I could, because I have Game Pass, and I never use it. Like really, I should look on Game Pass and just try and play and see what them games are all about. Like even if it's a one-off, you know. Because like the reason why I've got a bit of a surge of like trying to change things up on the channel is because I watched this video recently. I mentioned it in Bannerlord, and because like the Bannerlord videos I've been doing after work, late at night, and I watched this video, and this guy was like, stop consuming content and create it instead. And it kind of just got to me, because I've been doing this YouTube properly, like trying to make proper YouTube videos for just over a year now, before I did clips, where I just say my clips, and that was fun. But I've been doing this for a year now, and I've been trying to keep it up as good as I can. And I know your work's been getting in the way, where it's been like YouTube's been catching up again and things like that. And this guy just said, create content instead of consuming it, because like when I finish work, I spend like I finish work about say 12:30. I get home for about 1, and then I'm on my phone looking on shorts or YouTube or like doing pointless shit, you know? Like I'm not doing anything productive in like the 2 hours before I go to bed. And I'm like, if I've got this much energy to watch fucking videos, I could probably do a video for an hour, or try and do something, try and work on something, or do a bit more graphic design work, and that's what I'm trying to do now. And yeah, like it's just like something that I think I've got this kind of fun thing I'm doing right now with the channel, and I don't care whether people watch or not, but it's just something that it feels productive, and I feel like I'm doing something that is better than nothing. Because it's very easy, like I'm always going to be watching shorts on YouTube and stuff, but like that stuff eats away at you. Like you look at the time, like you look at the time, and the next minute is an hour or two later, and it's like, where the fuck is it gone?
You take the lead.
It's like such a waste of time.
Just make sure we stay safe. I'd hate to see you harmed.
But yeah, like
Don't take this
I mentioned it in
You're
Bannerlord.
in damn fine shape. Good on you.
It's not easy, but we try.
But in Bannerlord, what did I think I'm blanking. I hate it when games interrupt me. Fucking blanked on that now. Hate it. He'll come back to me, hopefully. But yeah, we'll just keep it going, and like maybe try and add random streams in between, like a burst of State of Decay and Assassin's Creed. Like every 2 Assassin's Creed and 2 State of Decay, which alternate between one another. I'm gonna try and add two random games after that.
Looks like we made it.
Thank you, mate. Is that it?
Hey.
Have you got anything to trade?
Yup.
That's it. Maybe check the owls. That's a bit of an easy influencer. That's the thing, you do forget like the input, like you do get some decent influence from doing quests like that. Just depends on which one you're gonna do. Like really you want ones that are easy.
This place should fill some empty shelves back home.
That's the thing with State of Decay, is like you need to do stuff that's gonna be better than, like, is the cost greater than the reward? You gotta constantly think about that sort of thing. Like dealing with a hostile enclave or even an infestation these days, it's not that worth it. Like infestation is it's kind of something that you have to deal with. God, fuck off. off. Like, infestations is sadly one of the things that you kind of have to deal with. Whereas, like, say, plague hearts, you kind of can... You can hold off on a plague heart for a while before dealing with them, if you want to. Or if you want to go for them straight away, you can do that too.
Nice.
Whereas, like, I'm worried that the infestations might be something that's like... You gotta deal with it. You remember me every 5 seconds. It's like, no, do you want to go away? I want to loop for today.
Space for that.
Like the chillness in State of Decay has definitely gone away. It was going away anyway. I remember Stand so chill. It was very easy. Don't get me wrong. Like, it was very hard to die in Standard Zone, but it was something that was like. Like, you could go around, like, and listen to your guns and stuff. I hear, like, a rifle, like... Whereas I'm, like, in Nightmare...
Wish I had space for that.
Using a gun without a silencer is...
Nobody here but the living.
Either something that you have to do, or... You are expecting a fight afterwards.
If it's you or me, I don't care who you are. I'm the one walking away. But to do that, I gotta know everything I can about you, and I gotta use it.
Like, it's so lethal when just a normal zombie screams in this. It can cause such a fucking problem if you just let a walker or a zombie just have a normal little scream to himself when he sees you, because like that's just gonna cause so many headaches. Like, you saw that infestation today. As soon as that guy screamed, it was like five remaining zombies in that infestation turned up to 10. It might have been less than that, or not as much as that, but if it just like it can cause such a problem of noise in Nightmare, so like you can't afford to use guns without silencers, or like I'm putting shotguns on people just because I want to change up the gameplay a bit, but then it's like the only time I'm ever going to use a shotgun is if a feral's on me. Really. Everything else is like I don't really want to deal with I don't want to deal with like 10 zombies just because I shot one bullet, you know. And that's the thing. Bannerlord has that too. Is like I'm like comparing Bannerlord to State Decay a lot. Like the replay value in Bannerlord is really good. Because it's a game like you could probably start up a new game and go in a completely different direction. For me, Bannerlord right now is definitely up there with State of Decay, The Sims. Games where you can just like go back and pick up right where you left off. Or if you start up a new game, it's like it feels like a new game almost. I love games like this. It's not for everybody. Like I can imagine Bannerlord and like people getting into State of Decay. Like it's repetitive. Like you've got to be willing to just like play along with the simulation and get into the details of it and enjoy the nuance of the game, I guess, and not worry about like the lack of story, I guess. Like I like games where it's like this is your story. Like this is my favourite thing about State of Decay 2 compared to State of Decay 1. State of Decay 1 had a pretty good story.
We could use some help if you're up for it.
Might as well loot that up, maybe. But yeah, I love games that are just like you could just create your own story. Like State of Decay 1, I really like the story in that. But because of like the way the game's built in State of Decay 1, it was always breakdown I went to, and like State of Decay 2 is essentially breakdown, but gives you a bit more like
still closer than I'd like.
Gives you just a bit more story for yourself to build up on. Like it's not perfect. Like I wish there was more quests involving your community. There's not nearly enough stuff to do for your community, or like in State of Decay 1 you'd have someone go missing and you have to go and find them from your community, or there's a risk of them going missing, or getting hurt, or things like that. There was a consequence if you didn't look after your community. Like there's nothing like that in State of Decay 2. Like you're always looking after other people that don't really matter. Like these guys that I'm dealing with, they don't matter really.
On my way. Don't start the party without me.
You're a
Guess we can
lifesaver.
go and help them. Like these sort of quests, they don't matter. Like they're good. Like they should be in the game, but like there should be more stuff with your community. I think. I miss like. I really miss going to find someone because they're missing, or taking someone out because they've been angry recently. So like, to blow some steam off, let's just take them out for a minute, you know. And like, it means like the characters have to talk to one another and get to know each other. Like, there's a problem with that in State of Decay where they just like say the same stories over and over again, or do the same lines of dialogue, but it's for more of the immersion of like your community getting on and talking to one another. Like in State of Decay 2 right now, like the only time they talk to one another is like if you have a follower, they do bring up dialogue, or if you start like if you have low morale, they might start bickering towards one another. Like that stuff's good, but it's like you never see them talking face to face, really. It's like the only time they actually do stuff together is when you do the legacy. And really, a lot of the legacy missions are essentially tutorials that are in the end stages of the game that are like pointless.
Have you got anything to trade?
Sure.
Actually, from that.
Okay, good. There's no room for mistakes on this one.
Better not be people there. I don't know what I'm saying. Of course there's people there. State of Decay. Could be zombies or something horrible. So yeah, maybe let's like if I want to stop Bannerlord, we could maybe look at something else to alternate between. Maybe even like 1-offs or 2-offs, maybe. Summit to think about.
Almost there and ready for action.
What about?
Getting tired. Not good.
fuck are you doing?
Wrapped up here.
I want to buy your wrapped up here.
Favor someday.
Anytime.
Oh my god. What they're coming from? Ugh, ay ay ay.
Locked. I don't see any more zombies around.
Ooh, this is a good one.
Okay, let's go do that again.
Nice. That's pretty cool. Something to trade with these guys.
Something. Not gonna fit.
Could easily carry it in your hand.
I'm already full up.
We need the Dragonborn in here.
Wish I had space for that.
Or any Bethesda game protagonist. Just made them walk slowly to the car for us. I ain't here yet. Probably on the way. Hey.
Come inside. Hola, friend. What's new?
Until we get more storage in this place, we're gonna keep losing shit like this.
Yeah, that's heavy enough.
What's that for? I think we might have that. I think we've already got one of them, so maybe we could probably just sell it. Well, you're good at your job, ain't you? Crouching is being a bit weird today. Well, she's got, yeah, athletics. It's like, proper messes up with the crouch system. Because you got to dash and then while holding B. Well, no, you can like essentially stop. But say you as soon as you press the forward button and hold down B, like they do a stupid dash before they actually crouch. Whereas if they stop still, then you got to crouch to do that. Bit of a weird one.
Hey, how's it going?
Have you got anything to trade?
Okay.
I think that's everything.
Damn feral.
Ah! kind of fucking me up. He's kind of fucking me up when he does. Fucking out me then, prick.
I should reload.
I'm dead. Oh, twat.
Hey, yo.
13 influence for that
Do
prick.
you have anything to swap for?
Cool. Sounds good.
I don't know whether to sell the bolts to these. Screw it. You can have all that.
How's it hanging?
Have you got anything to trade?
Cool. Sounds good.
Try these houses maybe. Maybe not.
Time to reload.
Reload. What time is it? I don't know how many players we got. 17, 18. But 2 more play cards, wow.
This place has been cleared out.
Maybe, I don't know, don't count me on this, but not to, like, if next episode we kill a play card, and then the episode after we kill a play card, it might be about episode 51 or so, like 52. We might be finishing this series.
Zombies nearby.
It's like the problem is, like, I'm not like moving maps or anything in this group.
I could use some help.
I'm doing the builder legacy and then I'm done, really,
Yep, that's heavy enough.
for this group, which is a bit sad, really. Because I actually like this group, but it would be good to sign up a new group, and with the Whisperers, I could probably get more into like switching legacy people out, and
Wish I had space for that.
maybe essentially making every person in my legacy pool a Whisperer at some point. Could be interesting. Is that it? How much space we might not have nothing left at all. And we could quickly wear a rucksack. Might be able to loot a few things in this house, maybe.
Yep, that's heavy enough. That's not opening.
Check around the back.
Time to reload.
Fucking hell, reloading.
This is
Like,
my last
the amount
magazine.
of times I'm tempted to reload that and it's not happened. Fuck off.
This place should fill some empty shelves back home.
If I keep getting exposed like this, I'm gonna get sick.
Stop getting hit. Some good stuff. Yeah, we might be able to stack some things. Make this trip worth it. But like I said, we're legacying soon, so like looting isn't that important really, sadly, at this stage of the game. But if anything, what I'm going to do before legacying anyway, I'm going to stockpile everyone. So they've got stuff, if we end up bringing them in later down the line. It's kind of
the same.
bit of a cheat way, but...
I don't see any more zombies around.
and then, yeah. They're all in this room outside. I'll walk past that. And yeah, like the Bannerlord videos are actually quite long. They're like an hour 40, an hour and 50 minutes long. Because I was doing them after work and because I was into it, still am, like, I kind of just couldn't stop myself playing it, really. Oh. Actually, I can do that. There's chemicals there. Some inventory management right here. So yeah, they're quite long. I think when this goes up, let me have a look. I think 2 of the episodes are up already of the sandbox with Darius Ludus. Yeah. So I think the first 2 episodes should have been up. And then in the next few days there'll be 2 episodes a day of Bannerlord, so but yeah, when the next Bannerlords are up, expect the 2 to be on them days. Because I've done 4 recordings and I've decided to just put 2 on each day. So when Bannerlord's up, there'll be 2, 1 day off, and then a Bannerlord, there should be 2. So there'll be about 4 episodes coming up soon.
We can't expect our supplies to stay in good shape if we just leave them lying around. But here's the good news. I turned this junk into something useful.
I don't know what's more valuable.
Okay, no more of those.
spawn and then so yeah, there's at least 8 hours worth of Bannerlord over the next but yeah, close to 8 hours of Bannerlord over the next few days. But yeah, I'm gonna just keep that going for a bit since I'm enjoying it. But if anything, like State of Decay and Assassin's Creed are my priority really for the channel. Like, if I feel like it's too much with Bannerlord or too much with the extra stuff ideas, then I'll just leave it. And then come back with Bannerlord, maybe with a campaign, or back with that series when I want to and / have time for it. There we go. Just check my building.
Stay away from plague zombies, okay?
I didn't really check my base today.
Hey guys.
Nerd alert.
Alright, yeah, we got the meds going. Kitchen. Make espressos. That's probably the best thing, right? Really, I should use this more. Get influence more. Should really use this stuff more.
This ain't a bad group to spend my days with.
I don't know why that feral walked past me. Oh, is it an easy kill for him then? If he wanted to. Let's switch to Carolyn. How long did we go for? 45 minutes. Could we end this episode here today? Probably. So I think maybe it's a good spot to end.
For us.
It's not a crazy episode. I think we did a bit. We did our bit. do. And then have we got stuff for got any gas grenades? This next episode let's just start off with a play character and then we can just do looting. Pipe bombs. I haven't got a whole lot of explosives really. It doesn't seem I've got gas grenades. We make some. Yeah. See if we can make some.
Careful.
Right, Negan.
I see a screamer.
What are you being retarded for?
I'm not able to do that.
She got gunsling, yeah. She's a good type. She's a good person to deal with. Blake Hart for next time. I don't think I need that many bombers though. Maybe. Yeah, I don't
We'd like to
think
thank
so.
you for being so helpful.
Guess we could do that maybe. Maybe save it for next time. Just we're getting closer now. Yeah, we'll leave it. It's not a crazy episode or anything too mad, but we got some little bits done here and there. Got some influence or some trading, some looting. Pretty nice day in State of Decay, to be fair.
We have cool stuff to trade.
And yeah, so next episode will more or less be continuing on it anyway. And when I checked earlier, we've got plenty of State of Decay on the channel, really. And yeah, sorry for going on about Bannerlord a lot, but it's just something new and exciting to talk about, and something I'm interested in. And yeah, I've just really been enjoying that series. Like, I've also been sharing at the end of them episodes on Bannerlord. Like, if you want to check out a really good series, go to the end of any of my Bannerlord videos. You know when playlists pop up on the channel, I've put Walk the Planks Let's Play of Bannerlord, because he's so funny. He's like, he gets proper into the game, like he's proper like a British lad. He doesn't give a fuck what he says. Like, it's really funny. He did like a the Forest Let's Play with Ben Grills. Like, he like tried to act like Bear Grylls, but like a British. Like, he's just English, isn't he? So he doesn't really care what he says, and yeah, there's like no filter, and I love that. And if it weren't for Walk the Plank, I wouldn't have a clue what Bannerlord was originally, and that was when it was first out on PC for beta. I probably wouldn't have even been interested or had at all a clue what it was about, but because of the way he did his YouTube, it was like, man, I want this game when it comes to console. And it's the same with Forest. His Forest Let's Play, I'm like, this guy can make like such a game that is so, I don't know, quiet and monotone from a distance look and play so fun and funny. Like, that's the thing, the power of a YouTuber is way more valuable than, say, a video game making an ad for on a TV show on TV. So like, say Xbox promoting Halo or something, then putting an ad on TV ain't gonna do nearly as much damage as getting a really entertaining YouTuber to, like, not amp, like, I hate YouTubers that amp up stuff like for proper try and sell you something, but seeing a YouTuber actually buy and play a game that they want to play and enjoy it and get really into the game, like that they're the sort of people, they're the games that are going to get sold for me. And the way Walk the Plank he played, well, Loki games when he did Walk the Plank, when he did The Forest, he got really into the games, you know, and I look like with The Forest, because he was playing so early on, it was when it was in like early access and things, and yeah, it kind of reminds me like with me with State of Decay, when I'm like talking about the updates and stuff to come in, and so I'm excited to where State of Decay is going and where it's been and where it's going and where it's going to end. Like, I don't know whether I'll stop or slow down with State of Decay when they say, oh, we're done with State of Decay content now, but I don't know. So I'll be honest, I'm not really like crazily looking forward to Infestations, really. Like, it's going to be a nice addition. Overall, there's a few things I would like a bit overall, but realistically, if they made, say, Infestations what they were, or they do this Infestation thing, I think the game's in a really good state right now. Like, there's not a whole lot I would say I desperately want. A lot of the stuff has been answered for. I'm sure I mentioned earlier about I wish there was more quests involving the community and things like that. I would have liked that, but it's not really destroying the game at all. And if I'm not taking out followers to, like, community members to do stuff with, like, have a follower around, like, that's my own fault anyway. Like, the follower system is better, but it's like I still don't want to lose people, and having a follower in Nightmare is definitely a risk. I'd rather, like, me go out as one person and have the risk of me dying than, say, going out and worrying about 2 people from the community, you know? Like, that's it's a bit, yeah, I'm too attached to some of the people in there. Even though I'll probably, like, if they, like I still miss John. I've spoken about him loads of times, but a game where, like, you have a character that doesn't talk, has no real, like, there's no followers in, no characters in State of Decay have, like, personality or, like, real character built traits, really. All it is a documentation of what this person's like, who he is, and what's his name, what's his nickname, and that's all you get. And I don't know, but then with all the adventures you do as that player, and they die, it's like, holy shit, I miss this guy. He's just, like, essentially just a playable character. That's all he is, really. But one of the cool things about State of Decay, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna leave State of Decay here for anyway. Next episode, we'll more or less continue right where we left off. We'll try and kill and deal with a plague heart, and then either do some quests or, like, just get our influence up a little bit, get some loot in, because if anything, the more loot we have in our inventory, it's more we can share about to other people in the group for when they go in the legacy pool. And yeah, I doubt the Commonwealth will be going much longer. I'd say probably no more than 5 or 6 episodes. I don't think. Like, Depends on how much I'm dragging it out, or say, because we got 2 plague arts left. Say I kill 1 plague art next episode, and then the next 2 I just want to do looting. I could drag it out that way maybe. It all depends on what I'm doing in them videos, or what I want to do. But really for now, I'm gonna leave State of Decay here for today, and we'll keep it up relatively soon. And yeah, instead of me keep going on about bullshit, let's wrap it up. So as always, thanks for watching if you've been watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.